Wearing red shoes, they not easy. Wearing red shoes, they not easy.
It is not the grief, it is the belief that crushes. It emulsifies the doubt and truth into whatever element steeple touches, and belief alone is not a holy grail. People can leave a church by email. People who promise to help you raise your females. There are no extra tracks for when ideals derail, and they always do. This side of heaven will disappoint you, especially those with passports through. I saw a man make a mistake bigger than all of his friends' hopes. A dream evaporate, a church erode. The bride tried to lie about who broke her nose. I saw one man's wrong buckle a whole family over, like the prerequisites for this kingdom change from failure to faultlessness the longer you spend mining for salt in this. Like forgiveness is entrance fee, not the calling you card when it's time to sign armistice, but your blood wants armaments. Everyone wants justice on their side of harm. It's another thing to say mercy. Lord, have mercy. We are wrong. If it's dog-eat Darwinism whenever someone's darkness is lit, I got lost in this. Who sets the exchange rate between grace and lawlessness? Who rights the wrongs of the trauma clinic if he calls me son before I ever called me Christian? Who called me son as I escaped every commitment, as I snake plisskened when the plot thickened, whenever my odds for winning were slim pickings? Who calls me son when my vagabondage kept me blind to the end of the life of my mom's is, kept me wandering while she kept wondering where her son is, because I thought that I had to be missed to be wanted. Thought I could never be held by love, just haunted. Who called me son when I stole up all my constants, when I hollowed out women's hearts for ornaments, and the porn I let into where I kept my orisons, son. Still, when I cashed in my origins for a fist full of lesser importances. See, I only call things I can't escape glorious. Only love at its most furious holiness, and where they kept this love of God, I had to go to this. I hid under its wings so that I could be broken over this, that every cathedral is a stained glass orphanage where we're cutting each other in line for the porridge, where every heart's distorted, and mine too. When you figure out that Christ is the cure for death, you will also figure out He's the cure for life too, because man, life will find you. My dad called it a four-letter word, and he was kind of right, too. It will find you hiding between the tiniest pews. But Christ is not mean enough to let His gift be a lie, too. So He'll level all the landings of where we think that we rise to, so that we can remember that in this dirt is where we can look Him in the eyes anew. And this dad goes with his son off the slide, too, deep down into dirt, deep down into time, too. Belief is the only kind of death that revives you. And we wouldn't make it if this world didn't trade in forgiveness, if the author of Adams didn't sign with his wrist that this deed, it says mercy, mercy for sin. Give me all your wreckage so I can give you all this kinship. Yes, my house is messy, but it's what happens with nearsighted princes. And I am banking that the other side of eternity is full of every story that you have only in glimpses. I am banking that all of our limits will end up being ellipses. Thank you.